Hello everyone, this is Esther Devika from Cornerstone. Today we will look into the do's and don'ts of C alphabet. The first one is cognitive skills. Parents need to invest great amount of effort and time in enhancing the cognitive skills of the child. Cognitive skills helps the child to further develop skills like logical thinking, reasoning, identifying problems, solution providing, decision making, analyzing, multitasking, etc. It also helps the child to switch from rote learning to exploring mode very quickly, so that it also helps in increasing the quality study time of the child. Cognitive skills also helps the child to ponder questions like why, what, when, where, who, and how on each topic, which helps them deeply understand the contents of each topic. The second one is certainty. To be certain in what we speak actually wins the respect for us. Certainty is nothing but making the child understand that we are very clear in what we say and want, so that the child starts following instructions and obeys us not out of fear but out of love and respect. It is very contagious. The certainty is a contagious one. The child starts adapting this factor of discipline, and thereby it helps in building the confidence in them, which also paves the way for a higher degree of self-realization in them. The third one is consistency. Consistency always results in success. There's a famous quote by Oliver Wilder, an Irish poet. It goes like this: consistency is the last refuge of the unimaginative, which means when we are consistent, the result that we gain will be unimaginably great. When parents adapt this art of consistency, the results will be really rewarding. For example, say if we start watering a mango sapling, consistently for almost 5 to 7 years together. The sapling grows into a tree and starts bearing and yielding fruit for us lifelong. Similarly, we need to be consistent on how we infuse our emotional connection with our child. Maintaining consistency is nothing but we purposely decide to follow a behavioral pattern with the child, so that it helps in the grooming of the child. Now coming to the don'ts, the first one is confuse. We need to be really careful in our reactions with our child on their laurels and failures. Say when a child gets a first prize or comes first in his or her inter-school sports meet or cultural event, and the child comes home with the prize. Now the parents are really excited. We are really happy. We express our love to them. We tell them, we love you. You made us proud. You are God's gift for us. We will never leave you at any circumstances. We will always be by your side, what come may. Now, after a couple of days, a test result, based on academics comes, and the child has not performed up to the expectation of the parent. And when the child comes, now, again they react impulsively. Now they are very furious, they are very annoyed, and they say, don't stand in front of me, get the sight out of here. I hate you. You are a disgrace to us. No? Now the child is confused. Now out of stress, the child starts thinking, do my parents really love me? Am I a disgrace to them? Or do they only like my performances? Now when this confusion comes in, it is very, very difficult to bridge that gap. The second one is choices. Giving choices is a sensitive tool in parenting. Unless and otherwise the choice is acceptable by both the parent and the child, it is good in parenting. But sometimes the choices that we give are not acceptable by ourselves. Let's see it with a scenario. Say for example, if the child is getting ready to go out, then you give a choice to the child. You may either wear a frock or a pant. Now the child is happy that their likes are valued, they are of importance to the parent. So that choice is acceptable by both the parent and the child. But say, let's take now, the child is being very pessimistic, is disobeying, is really annoying the parent for the last few days, and the parent is not able to take it further. Now the parent says, if you're going to behave properly, you may stay in this house, or else pack up your clothes and get ready. I will leave you in my brother's house, which is the child's uncle's place. Now the child runs fast inside the room, get his or her clothes packed, and is ready to leave the home. Now the parent thinks, okay, let's see if this separation will teach him a lesson, will make him realize our true love for him. So the parent goes and leaves the child in the uncle's place, and after a few days goes back to bring him back to the house. Or the child says, I am not ready to come. I am more comfortable here. I am more happy here. Now through wrong choices, we have invited problems. So we need to be very careful in giving our choices to the child. The third one is criticism. Criticizing is nothing but finding fault. Not only child, not only children, no human being or no individual will like being criticized. Criticizing is nothing but dishonoring the efforts of that particular individual and actually creating a discomfort in the mental health of that individual. Criticizing the child actually discourages and demotivates the child to progress further, to have a focus on his progression, leave alone even the goals that he needs to be achieved. So parents, be very careful when you criticize the child. Sometimes the hidden talents just get vanished because of criticism. So with that, we come to the end of the do's and don'ts of C alphabet. I will be connecting with you in a day or two with the do's and don'ts of D alphabet. Please do share your comments and likes with us and support us by subscribing our channel. Also, don't forget to click on the notification button. Also, if you wish to connect with us directly, please write to us or call us. Thank you, parents.